So a mental health, it's an unusual kind of thing to put to a small child initially, isn't it? And what do we make of sort of bringing this into the routine? If you feel a bit stressed at school, well, you're allowed to stay off due to mental health.
The thing is, I understand the idea and concept behind this, but I can honestly tell you, if I said to both of my children, who are 9 and 6, that there is something called a mental health day where they could take a day off school, in my house, that would be 5 days a week. My children are so clever, they would know how to manipulate and go, oh, Mummy, I've got a mental health day today. And that's the kind of truth of the matter, is that they will manipulate it. And I don't want to underplay mental health, but personally, for me, I don't think this is a good idea because look, life is life, and we have to know how to cope with mental health in everyday life. You can't just take time out from school, for example. You know, you've got to go to school. And I think this is about, you know, parents taking the initiative and having the tools to say and recognising when their children aren't feeling too good and recognising what's not making them feel good about themselves. And I know this might sound a bit kind of airy-fairy, but, you know, even little things like introducing them to meditation or actually spending time talking to them. Loads of us are so busy, we forget to talk to our children, and so they feel lonely, and so perhaps some of these problems can be exacerbated. But I just think it's basic parenting and it's tools in this world of social media. We're all actually suffering from more mental illnesses because of what we're inflicting on ourselves. Social media makes you feel rubbish.
I'm just trying to picture me back in the 80s telling my mum I needed a day off school for whatever the name of it was, and I just, her face. I used to take a little jug of water, if I didn't want to go to school, you know, I'd take a little jug of water up to the toilet and be like, oh, don't come in, Mum, I'm being sick, and pour the jug down, and she'd just open the door and go, get to school, immediately, busted. You know, that would not have went down well in the McManus household. But I understand why, you understand the kind of concept behind it, but I think when you give small kids the option of not going to school, they're not going to go to school. That's it.
Yeah, definitely, and especially as they get older and go into high school.
Definitely
teenagers. Yeah, no, definitely. I don't know. It's really difficult with, and mental health definitely is on the up nowadays, and I do believe a lot of it is down to social media and what they're looking at, and these perfect lives that they see on social media that actually aren't perfect. You know, and I know, I as you know, came off Twitter quite a few years ago. Someone else runs mine for me now, I have nothing to do with it. Because I really noticed that I was so stressed. I was going to bed stressed. And out of the 100 comments I'd get, 99 would be so lovely and 1 would be vile troll. And that's the one I'd go to bed with and think about. And I used to wake up, or I'd be coming onto the show thinking, oh, I can't talk about that today because they'll all slag me off. And then, you know what? The best thing I ever did was go, I just...
It's so true. You're so right about the way it actually makes you perform and behave in a different way because you're scared of upsetting somebody or you're scared of getting negative feedback. And you carry like a bad rucksack everywhere you go. You know, even though you're strong, we know we're strong women, but it does affect.
Of course it does. You'd have to be made of iron. The day my sister died, I got a tweet saying, I hope you die of cancer next.
Oh, it's horrific.
The day she died. And that was just, I just thought, what am I doing on this? You know?
Also, what kind of person, you know, takes to social media to write something like that? It's just, you know, just picking up on what you said earlier, I can go to bed on a Saturday night having had a lovely night out, you know, with my mates, my husband, and I wake up on Sunday morning and there could have been 4 or 5 text messages sent in the middle of the night when folk have obviously been sitting up late, maybe had a wee drink or something, and they are the worst things I've ever read in my life, with people who have never met me before, know nothing about me, and you wake up on a Sunday morning, you're like, morning! Where did it all go wrong in the middle of the night? You know, and you just can't control other people's behaviour.
Imagine being 14, 15, 16,
and
a kid having that.
It's horrendous.
You know, when you're going through all those insecurities anyway and being feel like you're being judged by everyone.
But the worst thing is, Colleen, I am the worst person for it as well. I don't even practice what I preach because I'm the one at home, you know, they've gone to bed and I'm just wasting my life looking at Instagram and scrolling. And I know I'm doing it. It's like a drug, it's like an addiction.
Something as well,
Yeah,
if
but
you're not on
I
checking
think
it.
I actually have a problem with it. I think I'm addicted. I'm too scared that I might lose out. I'm scared it might affect my career. And it's just, we need help with it. And I think for social media, I just think for social media, I actually genuinely think that you cannot sign up to it unless you're 16 years old. I think it is a drug, and I think people have said it's a drug. I know, but I think we just have to control it. I do think it's a drug.
I just think you have to just keep talking to your children about it and saying, listen, those pictures you see, show them how they're filtered, show them, you know, that it's...
Well, I mean, it seems to be that most of us at home agree with what we're saying. It says here that it is official that social media isn't good for society. It's according to 2/3 of voters who want Prime Minister Theresa May to be tougher on social media giants as well. So to almost go to the root of the problem to stop things from coming through. But it is, everything's filters. Every single picture's filtered, and then you show a 10-year-old a picture of some girl looking all glamorous and gorgeous, and they assume that that's the norm, and it's not. None of it's real. None of it is real. I don't believe anything I read on social media.